Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well, and thank you for those who've been tuning in, and also I know a lot of you are also going back and watching them at a later time, so thank you very much for that, and I hope everyone is staying healthy and well. So cool. So tonight we're going to concentrate on recovery, concentrate on stretching, concentrating on just holding a few poses a little longer than what we have been, and just opening a lot of things up. And as I've always noted, if you need any pillows, blocks, because we're going to use them, please do so. Make sure you're nice and cozy with your mat, nice and stable. And if you have any music that you like, definitely get that going. I love having music go, but unfortunately, if I put it on, you won't be able to hear me. So, all right. So we are going to begin today actually lying down onto our backs. So once you get cozy and comfy here, my feet are down onto the mat. So you can see that. See, they're flat down onto the mat. My shoulders are relaxing down. My neck is nice and long. And I'm going to just for a moment, placing my hands onto my belly, I'm going to think about what brought me to the mat this evening. What made you want to tune in and stay with it. And you deepen your breath by expanding through the belly, inhaling and exhale. And one of the ways for a good relaxation is to think of your inhale and exhale at the same cadence, the same kind of like hold. So if we breathe in, let's say for 5, 10, 15 seconds. It's very slow. Your exhale, see if you can match it, right? So it's not like, and then, it's one of the ways to kind of zone in, relax, okay? So kind of start thinking about that. And every time that we inhale here from the belly, our stomach expands out. So it's a nice, very subtle. And then exhale. And then you repeat that, flowing in and out. I'm going to take my knees and I'm just going to gently begin to rock them from side to side. As you can see, as I do, like my knees go to the right, I'm going to gently take my gaze to the left. I'm just going to go back and forth. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, and then I exhale. And then I'm going to inhale back up. I'm going to take my hands reaching for the fronts of my knees. I'm going to let my back be nice and heavy. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to settle into this. My feet feel like they're going to weigh down. My lower back begins to just ease into the mat. And then I want to kind of think about massaging the lower back. I'll put in these circles, great big circles, going from all the way left to the right. And then I'll switch it up. I'll go all the way from the right to the left. And I'll just rock my hips from side to side. And then I'm going to take both of my knees down to the right side of the mat. And I'm going to gaze at my left arm. Breathing into the space that we're creating. Nice and open here. The palm is up and the fingers are reaching. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling and exhale. I'm going to extend my legs straight out to the side if comfortable. If not comfortable, leave them bent. Either way, you're going to continue to gaze at the left hand. And our next inhale, put a bend into those knees, inhaling up. Exhale the knees now over to the left side of the mat. And I stretch that right arm out. Palm up, fingertips reaching. And if you want to leave your eyes open or close them. Breathing into this great spinal twist here. Your next inhale, if comfortable, you extend those legs straight out to the side. But you're still reaching with that right arm. Next inhale, inhale the knees up to center. I'm going to exhale, just open up my hips here. Just see how this is comfortable for you. Placing your hands on the insides. Let it just be heavy. Inhaling and exhaling yourself, melting into the mat. Continuing that flow of breath that I talked about earlier, the inhale and exhale. I'm going to now bring my knees together because I'm going to take my right foot onto my left knee. I want to bring this left knee toward my chest. If taking your hands below the knee is not possible for right now, take them behind like so, and gently holding here. Continuing to breathe here. I'm going to inhale this leg up. I just want to stretch it up. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. I'm going to put a bend back in. Then I'm going to extend and I'm going to lengthen up. And then I'm going to bring that all the way back in. Extend and lengthen up. Now go ahead, just put little circle movements into that ankle, the left. And then I point my toes, then I bring them to my face. Then I point my toes, and then I bring them to my face. Then I put a bend back into that left knee. Then I'm going to extend and open up my hips once more. This time I'm going to stretch the legs out. Bring them back in. Now every time we stretch them out, you push the heels gently up while the toes come down toward the mat. And then you flow back in. As you flow back in, gently point the toes. And you extend out, unpoint the toes, push the heel up. Then we'll repeat that. And flow out. And then back in. And you're bringing knees together. And this time, it's going to be the left foot that comes onto the right knee. Inhaling that knee towards you. Exhaling. Release yourself into the pose. Nice inhale. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale. And just like we did on the other side, I'm going to extend this right leg up, gently push the heel up very gently, and bring it back in. Extend that leg all the way up, and then bring that back in. And extend it all the way, lengthening up. And I'm going to put little circle movements into the ankles. I'm going to gently point the toes. Bring the heel toward the ceiling, toes toward the face. Then I'll point the toes. And then again. And then I'll just reach and extend that leg up. Just see how it feels having all of that blood come through the leg. And then just put a bend back into the knee. Extend the knee toward the chest. And then release the foot from the knee. Again, finding ourselves back into the wide-legged. Hands in the insides of the thighs, rocking back and forth. It's like massaging the lower back. Extending the legs out again. And back through. Extending those legs out again. And back through. Last time, extend legs all the way out and back through. Placing your hands on the knees and holding here in a nice neutral spot. Letting the back kind of just sink and settle in. The feet gravitating down toward the mat. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Release. I'm going to roll over to the right side of the mat, and then I'm going to bring myself up to a seated position. Now when we come into this seated pose, we're going to do a couple of fun things here. First, let's just begin by bringing these feet together. You want to make sure that you're not slouching down, but we are in fact having our sit bones sit comfortably onto the mat. And then you're thinking about your spine, and you're thinking everything is nice and straight, and that your head is just pointing up straight. My chin and gaze are not up, but they're not completely down. It's just nice and out. I'm letting my legs open up to where it likes, completely on their own. You can take your hands to your feet. And if that's not comfortable for today, you'll gently, without putting too much pressure, you can bring them out onto your knees like so. But you're sitting up nice and tall, letting these legs just open up on its own. Nice inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, melt in. One more inhale like you're trying to grow. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale. Cool. And let's sit in a nice, comfortable seated pose. And if this is a little uncomfortable for you, like I've always mentioned, you can use a block, you can use a pillow, anything you like. If you want to sit your sit bones on the edge of it, you're definitely more than welcome to. So let's stretch out and warm up this neck here, especially if you've been on the computer all day. So I'm going to take my left hand onto that right knee. You can take your right hand onto your hip, wrap it around your lower back, or really wrapping and bringing your hand to the inside crease of that left, wherever. But I'm going to reach up nice and tall, inhaling here. And as I do, I'm going to take my right shoulder blade, bring it in toward the left, gaze behind that right shoulder. Don't hold your breath here, but continue to inhale Exhale. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale and release. So did you feel a nice comfortable spot here opening up in this left side neck? Awesome. So now we're going to take the right hand onto the left knee. Take your left hand, wrap it around your back. So before we wrap and our gaze around that left shoulder, inhale, lengthening up to the spine. Inhale up, and then exhale, take your gaze over that left shoulder, gently wrapping your gaze around. So this is a nice opener for all those neck muscles. Maybe you're on the computer all day. Maybe you've been gaming all day, and your fingers and hands and everything have been just, playing. And your next available exhale, you're going to slowly release that pose. We're going to take our arms all the way up, reaching up, interlace the fingers, palms reach up toward the ceiling. We're going to get one deep neck stretch. And now I'm going to take my chin all the way into my chest. And I'm going to come all the way back, gazing up. Next exhale, I'm going to slowly release the hands down. Very good. Now you're going to release the pillow from your sit bones, if you have one, or a block. And we're going to come all the way into the tabletop position. So I want to make sure that my wrists and shoulders are in line. I want to make sure that my knees and hips are in line. And then, so that you can see here, try to fit myself into the screen, curl your toes under, like so. So when we inhale, you drop the belly, lift up the heart center of the chest, inhale, gaze up. Exhale, uncurl the toes, round and lift up. Inhale, flowing up. Exhale, uncurl the toes, rounding and lifting up. Inhale, flow up. Exhale all the way through. Last time, inhale all the way up. Exhale, uncurling the toes, rounding, lifting up. Awesome. Take your two knees together. Take your stomach onto the quads. And then you're going to just come into child's pose. As you do, your arms are back, palms are up, gently gazing down at the mat. And you're going to exhale and inhale into this pose. What's nice about child's pose is that anytime during any of the practice, you can always come into it if you're just kind of feeling like you need to come out of a pose. So you're going to let these sit bones just sink and relax down to the heels. One more inhale here. Exhale, release. You're going to extend your hands all the way up. I'm going to curl my toes under. And then I'm going to bring my sit bones to my heels. And you're going to stretch out those toes. You're going to warm up all of the calf muscles and Achilles tendon. And you're going to relax here. Your hands can rest onto your quads. Now, if you're like, this is too much, I no longer like you, you can come in and out of it. Just gently uncurling the toes. But try. Maybe even if it's just for a couple seconds. Just see if you can for even if it's just 1 and 2 and 3, and you're like, oh my goodness, no, and you can uncurl, just stretch that out, because we're going to do that just one more time. I promise you, it's good for you. Curl your toes under, extend the sit bones back, and just for a moment. Now interlace the fingers behind you. Bring the shoulder blades together. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. As you forward fold, taking the crown of your head to the mat, letting your arms fall over. My toes are still curled under. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Extend your arms up a little. Fingers and wrists face the front of the mat. My toes are curled under. My feet are hip width distance apart. I extend my sit bones back, lengthening up. Inhale into our first downward dog. Our first downward dog here. Take your time. Take a look though. Make sure your hands are even with each other. If your feet or heels do not reach the mat, no biggie. That is not necessary. What's great though to do is put a great big bend into the knees. Let your head fully relax. The crown of your head pointing down toward the mat. Inhale, the sit bones up. Exhale, push back. Let's do that again. Bending the knees. Extending, pushing back. You can continue to hold here, flowing in and out, pedaling the feet. Let's create a little heat in our body, a little movement, kind of waking ourselves up. So staying into downward dog for a moment. I'm going to inhale into plank. Yep. Inhale into plank. Slowly lower down. Back up into downward dog. Again, into plank, lowering down. Inhale up, extend, back into downward dog. If you want to just stay in plank and not go all the way down, you can extend back into downward dog. Try to see out a couple times if you can lower down, back up, and into downward dog. Let's just do that 2 more times. Create a little heat into the body. Lowering down and back. Awesome sauce. Pedal the feet. Extending back. I'm going to take my right knee, bending it into my chest. I'm going to inhale through. Exhale, back out. Inhale, lengthening through. Exhale, out. Inhale, lengthening through. Exhale, back out. Last one, inhale through. Exhale, back out. And relax that foot down. Take a moment here. Take the left knee to the chest, inhale up through, exhale back, inhale lengthening through, exhale back, inhale lengthening through, exhale back, inhale lengthening through, exhale back, and relax that foot back down. Next exhale, let's bring both of the knees down to the mat. And as always, you can roll the mat back. Because I'm going to, in a moment, take, oops, you know what? I'm going to take my right foot between the hands. Perfect. And you're going to come all the way up. I'm going to kind of create a little movement here. Let me put my hair back to a ponytail. Okay, so we're going to have a nice little fun session here of movement. So you want to see that big toe. And we're going to bring our arms up. We're going to inhale way up. And we're going to exhale low lunge for just a moment. My gaze is not fully up, but I'm reaching up, nice and low lunge. And back up. Awesome. So this next time around, I'm going to, on an inhale, reach up. And then as I exhale, I'm going to gently lift my chin up toward the ceiling. Some people find it comfortable to curl their toes under. Some people find it comfortable to leave them flat. Completely up to you, but gently, As you exhale, melt into this pose. Your next inhale, bring your hands back. Bring your hands to the mat. If the mat is rolled, you're going to take the right foot all the way over to the side of the mat. You're going to stretch the left leg back directly behind you. And you're just going to let this right hip just kind of open on its own. Don't push it. Just let it kind of flop open. Nice hip opener. Maybe you've been at your desk all day. It feels good to open everything up. So think about that. Think about everything that you're creating. I'm going to take my right knee off the mat. And then my toes are curled under, so then I just stretch that heel back. Holding for a moment. Inhale here. Exhale the knee back down to the mat and walk your right foot back and bring your right knee to meet the left knee. Extend the hands a little forward. Inhale into plank. As you're gazing here at the mat while you're in plank, just take a moment here. Nice inhale. Exhale. Back into downward dog. Couple more breaths here. Nice inhale. Exhale. Let's come down to our knees. This time it's going to be the left foot that's in between the hands. And again, if you're on wood floors like I am, and you want to roll the mat back, by all means you can. So I'm going to get situated here, chest is facing forward. I want to see that big toe. I'm going to bring my arms up. I drop the shoulders. I bring the shoulder blades together, lengthening up. Inhaling here. Exhale, low lunge. Gently bring the chin up. Just a little, not all the way. Reaching up through the arms. And gently extending back. Nice. We're going to do that again. Inhale the arms up. Inhaling, reaching. Exhale, lifting the chin up gently toward the ceiling. And with each inhale and exhale, just completely melt into this low lunge. Next available exhale, you take your hands down to the mat. Bring your hands down, uncurl, and then I'm just going to stretch this right leg behind me. Then I'm just going to open this left hip open on its own. It just kind of flops out to the side. You can put a little movement into the body if you'd like. Anything that's comfortable. On our next inhale, you're going to bring this foot back, and then you're going to extend that knee back. Then you're going to extend the hands forward, and you're going to come into a plank. Then you're going to slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your stomach. My toes are not curled under, they're nice and flat onto the mat. My hands are down beside my chest, my elbows in. On the next inhale, I'm just inhaling up just a little. And I exhale back down. The key here for this pose, my friends, is I'm not using my hands to bring myself all the way up. I'm also utilizing the core here. So I'll show you. So let's say I'm down here. I'll do it up to the side so you can see a little. So my hands are right here, right? but I'm using them, but I'm not solely relying on it. So it's like inhaling from the belly, exhale, back down. Inhaling up just a little, exhale, back down. So the point of that is to kind of waken up the stomach. The point of that is that so you can start realizing what it's like to really use that. Okay, the last one. We'll just inhale it just a little. Exhaling, back down. Awesome sauce. All right, so I'm going to extend my left arm out. I'm going to put a bend in my right knee. Now some people, this is going to be as far as they are going to come, and that is fine. If you can, grab your right foot. Now let's say you cannot grab the right foot. If you want, we can pause for a second. Hurry up, maybe go grab your bathrobe tie, and you'll just kind of loop it around gently. Or if you have an actual yoga strap, you can use that too. And you just use the strap. And what we're doing is I'm gazing forward. I'm just gently bringing the heel toward the glute as much as I can, whether it's with my hand or with the robe strap or the yoga strap. On the next inhale, I'm just going to inhale up just a little. Exhale, back down. Now, when you inhale, I want you to push. You see that? I pushed the foot into the hand. Inhale, push the foot into the hand. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, push the foot in the hand, reaches up. Exhale, back down. Why are we doing this? Because eventually we're going to have both of the feet together at the same time. This is a nice introduction as well. But you want to be mindful that when you start this, you're not like flipping your gaze everywhere, tweaking your lower back. So that was the right. Now we're going to do the left. I'm going to extend the right arm out. I'm going to grab my left foot. Again, take your time here. If you're using a strap and you're like looping it around the ankle or the foot, that's fine too. And you'll just gently, you're not doing this super hard where you're hurting yourself. It's just a nice gentle lull toward you. Now this might be as far as where some will come, which is great. But if you'd like, you can begin to really push the foot into the hand, reach up just a little, and then you relax that energy. Next inhale, push the foot into the hand, and relax that. All right, exhale. Inhale up, exhale that back down. If you're familiar and you're like, I really want to take this to where I know I can take it, and you want to do both at the same time, but you're still kind of unsure, you can inhale up just gently and exhale back down. Inhale up, exhale back down. And I'm going to release gently. And then I'm going to inhale all the way up in a plank. And then I'm going to bend all the way back into downward dog. I'm going to take a look at my hands, and I'm going to step my left foot between my hands. I'm going to gently come into a high lunge, gazing forward. Inhale here. Exhale, pivot the right foot down. And I'm going to come all the way up into standing. So, hopefully you can see my feetsies here. I've got my left facing this way. My right is facing this way. My chest and hips, though, are facing where the right toes are. I'm going to extend my arms out. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. And then I'm just going to, I'm not going to put a bend in the knee. I am going to just pretend there's a wall right behind you, and you're just sliding your body back against the wall. You're just reaching And you're like, I can reach a little more. And some people are like, no, this is where I'm gonna go. You wanna come to the leg if this is where you are for the day. Maybe to the calf, maybe all the way to the floor. If you have a yoga block and you wanna use a yoga block, you'll place the block right here, and that's where it'll stand. If you don't have a yoga block and you really want something, you can use something that's stable, as long as it doesn't tumble over. And you're gonna inhale, you're gonna reach up, you're gonna lengthen up. So for this pose here, as we begin practicing into it, the wrist and shoulder are in line. And if that's not possible for that to happen, I will ask that you'll take your hand to your hip, the right, and then you'll just slide it behind your back so that you can at least roll that shoulder back. So if our pecs are really shortened, sometimes it's a little difficult. Next, inhale all the way up, hands to the hips, and then you're going to extend now the right feet or foot. It's going to extend out that way, and my left is facing this way. Once more, arms out, squeeze the shoulder blades together. I'm not bending that right knee. I am still gazing forward though, not at that right foot, and I slide over, sliding and reaching, and I'm extending all the way comfortably down, and I reach up through that left arm. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale into squat. Inhale, flowing up. Exhale. Again, inhale, flow up. Exhale into squat. Inhale, flow up. Exhale into squat. And then last one, inhale all the way up. Reaching up through those arms. Exhale the hands down. And let's just walk our feet toward each other. And you can shake anything out that might feel a little awkward and needs to be shooken out. You pedal the feet, come up on the toes. You can do anything that feels good. It's all about having fun, right? I mean, you know, you've got to have some fun during this quarantine lockdown. You can't take everything too serious. Okay, so let's have our toes facing the fronts of the mat, our fingertips facing down, our thumbs are pointing toward the front of the mat. I'm gonna inhale, my arms up, chin up, reach back, exhale, forward fold. If you have lower back issues as you're going down, please put a bend into the knees. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bending the knees, stepping the left back, stepping the right back. We're going to bring the knees down to the mat. Toes are off the mat just slightly. Inhale, lengthening through. Exhale, back into downward dog. Take some nice deep inhales. Exhale. Take a look at your hands. Step the right foot in between the hands. Walk it up. So start in a high lunge and practice with this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just asking you to try. I begin to feel very strong in my right leg, and I'm going to inhale. What does this feel like to inhale, launching up? Some people are like, okay, this is completely new to me. And if that is, this is awesome. You're going to have a lot of fun. So ways to kind of practice it are, if you want to be a little snug against the wall, you can. You can practice by bringing the left foot back and up. And back and up. You can just see, oh my goodness, what happens if I lengthen up? Can I do it? Can I do it? Have fun with it. And back down. Awesome. And bring this foot back because we're going to go into downward dog. Take a nice moment here in this downward dog. Let your body just completely, you can even let out any sighs of exhaustion. On your next inhale, now we're going to do the other foot, okay? So that would be the left. And then the same thing. You kind of launch up onto that leg, toes pointing down or pointing behind you. You can stay here, put a bend back, stay here. What we're not doing is you're not taking a hip onto a hip, right? You still want to try to leave this facing the mat, okay? And you can leave your fingertips on there. You'll notice with these poses which side of the body is a little more stronger than the other, which is very normal. Put a bend into that left knee. Let's try that again. Inhale, launch up, have fun with it, be silly, and back down. Awesome. Let's bring the left foot back to the right, and you find yourself into plank. And we're holding here for just a moment. On your next exhale, my friends, bring your knees to the mat. And as you do, open those knees as wide. Bring those two toes touching and extend the sit bones back. Really stretch them back. Then you're going to come onto your fingertips. And I'm going to elongate. I'm going to stretch the arms. And I'm going to push the sit bones back. And I'm going to reach. And reach. Let's take the hands and arms over to the right side of the mat. Really stretch and reach through. And then let's bring the hands back to the mat and let's walk over to the left side. And now let's bring the hands back to center and walking the hands back up to a nice neutral spot. I'm actually going to extend myself onto my sit bones. I'm going to bring my feet down for just a moment. I'm going to inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, a little back. Then I'm going to inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, back. And I'm like, well, that feels pretty good. And I'm going to inhale up and exhale. Then inhale, then exhale. And then we're going to just see how that feels for just a moment. Little micro movements. Doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just wake up that fire in our belly. Bring that back in. Take a few moments here. See how this feels. Last one. And bring the 2 feet together, lifting up, sitting up nice and tall. And release. We're going to go back down onto our backs. I'm going to bring my hands to my knees. I'm going to let my feet be super heavy here for just a moment. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. One big inhale. And exhale. I'm going to take my feet down to the mat. I'm going to stretch all the way out. I'm going to do a full body stretch, reaching. I'm going to exhale, flopping my hands down by my side. Closing your eyes here for a moment, relaxing all of the facial muscles. Begin to just melt into this pose, Shavasana. Let your body just completely feel weightless. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. I encourage it. Or if you need to go, you take your feet to the mat. Hang here for a moment. And then I'm going to roll over. I'm just going to lay here for just a minute because it feels good. Then you inhale slowly up into a nice seated position. Relax your shoulders down, bring the shoulder blades together. Sit bones nice and firm onto the mat, and you feel so tall. And you feel so open, like you've got so much, just more movement into your body. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands down. Bow gently, taking your neck to the chin, honoring all of the loveliness that you are. And relax the hands. Awesome, awesome. I hope that everyone enjoyed today. And any questions about anything, definitely please let me know. Put any comments down, and I do read them. And it's a beautiful spring day, so open up the window if you can and gaze out at the setting sun. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.